Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day, and I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the wisdom and experience that you bring into the world. Today is a gift, so let's fill it with, let's fill this day. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's fill it. Oh, today is a gift filled with possibility, so let's open it with kindness and curiosity. I don't know, you could fill your gift today too. Since it is a gift, you could put whatever you want in it, I guess. So, hey, grab your nearest drink. I have my little creatine thing. Yeah, and let's check in with ourselves real quick. Oopsie. Okay, go ahead and breathe in with me. I'm feeling something today. I'm feeling maybe obligations I have, or I have a to-do list. Maybe it's my to-do list. I started this. My phone said it only had 2% left in my storage. I was up at 98% of my storage was filled. So I needed to clear up some space. So that's kind of weighing on my mind. I've been clearing out, putting my photos into photo albums so then I can download them as albums off of my phone. So it was photos and videos are taking up a lot of the space on my phone memory. So once I get that out, I should be back to normal again. Yeah, keep hydrated. So I wanted to talk about time management techniques and like your natural rhythms that you can find. Okay, kitty. So cute. So effective time management techniques can help you stay on top of your tasks and boost your productivity. The less you're worried about how to get things done, the more you can get done, So if you have some routines and some systems in place, that's another thing from Scott Adams is like systems over goals. So if you have things you want to get done, things you want to accomplish, put in your life, have a system to do those things, to get those things in your life, to accomplish things. So I'm going to go through this list of ways or different time management techniques, and I'll sprinkle in my own experiences along the way. So the first one's called the Pomodoro technique. This method involves breaking down your work, just overall work, not tasks, into timed intervals. Traditionally, they're 25 minutes in length, and you're separated by short breaks. So my assumption is like 25-5. So each 25-minute work period is called a Pomodoro, and after 4 of these work periods, you take a longer break, like 15 to 30 minutes. So every 2 hours, you're taking a break, a real break, but every 25 minutes, you're taking a little break. This helps maintain concentration but prevents burnout, ensuring regular rest periods. This is why like the Department of Labor and Department of Education, they schedule in kids' breaks every 2 hours and workers. So here's an example. If you have a big report to write, you can set a timer for 25 minutes and have this focused work just on that project. So when the timer rings, you take a 5-minute break and you grab a drink, stretch, or like give your eyes a break if you're working on the computer or having your head down like that. Yeah, for your own body and health, take that break. Stretch, sit up straight, focus on something far away, give your eyes a rest. Then after you do that 4 times, you can take a longer break to kind of reset for the next 4 Pomodoros. The Eisenhower matrix, and then I put a note next to this that it's like my cash out list. I'll have to tell you about my cash out list. This technique helps you prioritize tasks by categorizing them based on urgency or importance into 4 lists. Urgent and important. You need to do this immediately. Important but not urgent. Schedule it for later. Make it a priority. Urgent but not important. Delegate these tasks if possible. Neither urgent nor important. Just get rid of those tasks. You don't even need to focus any energy on those. If they get done, they get done. They're not important. They're not urgent. Don't waste time putting them on your list and focusing on them. But let me give you an example, and then I'll tell you about my cash out list. You have a client deadline tomorrow. It's urgent and important. You have to do this first. But you also have a long-term project proposal due next month. It's important but not urgent. You'll need to schedule time to work on it. An email that needs a quick reply but isn't critical. It's urgent but not important. You can delegate it or squeeze it in. That one sounds kind of like it would be one of those quick tasks to just do. A pile of old magazines to sort. That's neither urgent nor important. That can just be done in your spare time. So, my cash out list. I worked in the human resources department at a government agency, and we had 1,300 employees. And so every day when I'd come in, we have everyone's badges and their PIV cards, IDs for the location everyone was in, were controlled property. That was my job, to manage the controlled property, to dole it out, to log it back in. So that's like not urgent but important kind of task. So that one I would sprinkle throughout my days. But I'd have a drawer. Everything I'm working on is right in that drawer. On top of it is my cash out list. My top 3 things I need to hop on first thing that morning. So at the end of the previous day, I had my to-do list. I had my piles of tasks laid out on my desk, and I'd work on them one at a time as I could. And I'd keep a running list as people walked up and they needed things, or I'd get an email. I'm like, I have to work on that. And then my list at the end of the day, when I need to clock out and go home, I'm like, what are my top 3 things I have to hop on first thing in the morning tomorrow? So that night I can go home and my brain can relax. I'm not thinking like, oh, I can't forget when I get in tomorrow, I need to do that light duty request form because that has a 48-hour window on it, or whatever it was. And so I would do my cash out list, and then all of my work that I'm currently working on goes in a locked drawer because it has a lot of personal information on it. And that's kind of like if you had on your desk, those filing trays or something. Mine was just this drawer. So I had to put everything in the drawer and put my little cash out list from the day before on top of it. So when I take it out, bam, I don't have to think about sorting through like, oh, what do I need to do first, whatever. Nope, do that. Get into my email after those 3 things are done, and then get my tasks for the day and lay out my papers for the rest of the day. But I feel like this Eisenhower matrix helped me kind of, what do you call it? Not prioritize. Yeah, I guess prioritize, triage what's important to do first. Then there's something called time blocking. This is what my daughter does because she has this time blindness. And she also is very aware of her surroundings. So she has to time block and space block. So she has to go into a separate room in her house to do this type of work. And she dedicates this, her work for her school. She's in aviation maintenance. She has to, this schoolwork, this type of studying has to be in this area. So, and then she time blocks. So that means scheduling specific blocks of time for different activities on your calendar, treating your time like physical space that can be allocated and protected. So that's what she does. She's like, bam, I'm away from my computer, I'm away from my phone, I'm away from the kitchen. This is blocked time and space for this activity. So she does specific uninterrupted periods of focused work, and you can even do this for personal time. I've seen people block things, time block on their calendar, like this is my focused study time during the day, even during the workday. I've seen people's calendars when I've had to share calendars with people and schedule for them. They have dedicated, like, this is my research time, this is my in-depth time, this is my do not disturb time. Do that even at home with your kids. If you're a mom, be like, 1 to 2 is when lunch is over, I've cleaned up, and I sit and I can read a book, and I need to be uninterrupted. And tell your kids, from this time to this time, you have to solve your own problems. You have just eaten. You don't need any food from me. Like, I need you quietly playing in your bedroom from this time to this time. Anyway, we can all use that. I mean, stay-at-home moms, working people, retirees, time block. Get the systems in place. Let's see. Another one is one I went over a couple weeks ago called the 2-minute rule. If any task you need to do is going to take less than 2 minutes, you just do it immediately. You just don't even write it down on a to-do list. That little task, that duty that you need to do, if it takes less than 2 minutes, just don't let it pile up. That's the thing. Don't let it accumulate. You tackle it right away. This one, this next strategy for your time management is something I believe Joe Rogan does. He will tackle the most difficult thing first thing in the day. It's called Eat the Frog. And there was an author who popularized this, I think Brian Tracy. And he encourages you to take your most difficult, important, or dreaded task. Do it first thing in the morning. By completing that frog first thing early, you've already set yourself up this momentum for the rest of the day. You've accomplished something, and it was something unpleasant, something you didn't want to do, you've been putting off or whatever, and you got it done. And the feeling you get and the motivation you get from that is so good. So I think Joe Rogan does this cold plunge or something. He's like, I've heard him talk about it like it's so miserable. It's just the awfulest thing you could do and so uncomfortable, and he hates it. But as soon as it's done, it's like, bam, he's ready for the day. So yeah, try to think that one thing you've been avoiding or the thing that you know you don't want to do, and tackle it. Make it a priority. There's also something, my daughter's so cool. She has been struggling with dyslexia and possibly ADHD. She was never diagnosed, but she has really tweaked her study schedule and to get things done around the house. She's made so many systems. And one of the things she was telling me this last week she's done is she stayed up once in a 24-hour period, and she documented her energy levels throughout a 24-hour period. And she found out like 4 to 7 p.m. is her boost of energy and creativity. And she's like noon to 4 is her really downtime. Like she feels not depressed, but she feels sluggish and unmotivated. And then again, late at night, I think she said like 2 in the morning, she usually gets a huge burst of energy. But of course, not everyone can stay up at 2 in the morning. We have lives, you have school schedules. But yeah, she stayed up one 24-hour period and noticed her ups and downs when she's most productive. So there's some natural energy cycles to talk about here. Peak productivity hours, so peak energy times, that's what my daughter discovered. And it is, everyone has this. Everyone has the specific natural times a day where you're the most mentally sharp, you're motivated, you're more efficient during those times. Then there's something called chronotype, and that's your body's natural rhythm. It dictates whether you're like a morning person or an evening person, or somewhere in between. Some people are both. And I feel like I am that kind of person. Like I can wake up and just be instantly full of energy. But then at night, I can be full of energy and then just fall asleep too. So that is called chronotype. Excuse me. You've heard of circadian rhythm, which is a 24-hour internal clock, which regulates your energy, sleep, and alertness throughout the day. But there's something called a ultradian rhythm. These are in cycles. So it's these 90 to 120 minute periods of high brain activity and focus. And that might also be that peak productivity cycle that we have too. It's like a 1.5 to 2 hour periods of high brain activity and focus. And you usually follow it by a need for rest. I feel like that is also the same length of time for introverts who have to have so much energy for social gatherings. I feel like as soon as I've reached a 2 hour time frame of any sort of like gaming or eating out or a group at church or whatever, as soon as I hit that 2 hours, I'm like, ugh, I need to escape. I don't know. I love people. I love being around people. I love hanging out with people. But sometimes when you're sitting, maybe it's just being in one place for 2 hours, because I could walk around Disney all day with a group of people and love it. But I feel like maybe when it's just sitting at a table playing a game, eating a dinner, at a baby shower, whatever, 2 hours is my limit. So that could be this ultradian rhythm where it's high brain activity and focus, and you're like concentrating on your conversations and things. And then after 2 hours of that, you need a rest. You need to get away, sit down. I will come home and just wash dishes or, something mundane to like relax my brain. So anyway, I wanted to show you my cute little to-do list that I have. I don't know where I got this. It might have been a gift. But yeah, what I want to do, what I need to do, find yourself some lists. Make some lists. Tweak your productivity style. Try out some of these strategies I've outlined. And if anything sparked a thought in you, go ahead and leave a comment, follow. Please, if you can, follow several accounts. Every single day is a chance to learn something new and to grow and become more of the wonderful person you are. The world is better with your light in it. So I'm just happy you watched this video. Hopefully it'll help you. Let me know in the comments if anything struck a note with you, if you can use it, if it can help you in your day. So I'll be here tomorrow, but until then, I hope you have a beautiful day. You are the Lord's precious one. Bye.